In this video, I tried my hand at the Inglenook Shunting Puzzle. So I'm not going to go over and explain the dawn and the history of shunting puzzles and all that. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You have yourself a little shunting puzzle on a short little space to have fun. And they can be fun, especially if it's a puzzle. Now this here is the Inglenook siding shunting puzzle, which contains of 3 sidings. You have the mainline siding, and then 2 little, I guess you would say they were industry sidings or storage sidings, right? But it's a puzzle. And how the rules work is pretty simple. You can set these cards up however you want, I guess, but I kind of left them from the last time I tried this puzzle, and I had a lot of fun. However, if you have British double O gauge, you can use it on a much tighter, narrower section because I got HO scale North American rolling stock, so I got to adjust to fit everything, right? So the main goal is to build your train with the numbers assigned to whatever rolling stock you have. So basically, you're gonna this can be made to a 5-piece instead of an 8, or from 8 and bigger if you wanted to. But I'm just keeping to the default of 8 pieces of rolling stock. So basically, because my printer's out of ink and I'm having trouble trying to get some for it, just took a piece of paper, pencil, and I made 5 ID numbers here. Right, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and basically this just represents where what numbers will be assigned to which piece of rolling stock. But inside this is numbers 1 to 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? But when I build the train, according to the little rules section, you're going to have your locomotive, and then whatever piece of rolling stock is number 1 is in front, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 in that order on the main line, and then you pull it away, you win the puzzle. Or you can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keeping in mind that number 1 has to be flipped on the far end of the train, and number 5 has to be by the locomotive. That's to my understanding anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing numbers because I went 1 to 5 or 1 to 8 this direction. And I'm not looking. So I have number 2. So rolling stock number 2 is going to be the first piece I got to get in front of the locomotive. A little shake again. Not looking. Number 4 is the second one. So that was this caboose. And give her a shake again. I should have a couple to do this with. A little deeper. Number 6 is going to be the third piece of rolling stock. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It's this caboose. Also, for the record, I'm using my Bachmann rolling stock here. I have other rolling stock I can use too that's much more narrower in length, but they're on the old couplings, and those old couplings are hard to take apart. We just want to do a quick disconnect, right? Actually, I might even have a magnet to help pull this apart, but yeah, whatever. Next up, number 1 is rolling stock piece number 4. I get on my train. And one more. Here we go. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the one I wanted. Okay. Not looking, not looking. Let's just feel for one. Survey says number 3 is number 5. So this will be interesting. Now you can do this with either DCC or DC. Like personally, if you're doing up like a little piece for guests to play on up in your living room or something, DC is all you need. However, my DC only locomotives are not compatible with these hookups. So it's going to be using my DCC New York Central Systems. Alco S2, I believe. Yeah, this side of the rear doesn't want to work too well. Let's flip this around. I don't want it dead stopping on me. Something inside that piece there I gotta fix. Okay, so that was number 8, I believe. I'm just gonna mute the sound so I can hear myself. So basically, I need to get these in order. So, starting with number 1 is right here. You know, you gotta kind of think, you know, your steps as well. So I don't need this one. That's number 2, number 5. But go ahead. Dang it, Bachman. Excuse me a sec, folks. There we go. We got that set. I want to take number 5 and disconnect here. Set. Again. That's a bit of a double O gauge shunting puzzle, so you can take a little stick to prop the coupling pieces up and pull away, where I could kind of go in there and play the hand of God. That was number 2. So I'll disconnect these 2 here. And this last one was number 3. So this is where the challenge bit comes in. I can back this up, hook onto number 1, put number 1 on that side and bring this all back, but then I had to grab that stuff up there too. Okay. So number 1, that's number 2. This here is number 4. That's number 1 in order, that's number 2, then we'll get number 5. I'm just going to disconnect number 5 because I have a feeling I'll leave that there on its own and grab it after. Now I need number 3, which is this caboose. So let's back this up. Go forward. Pull this all out. Because like I said, according to the rules, the main line can have 5 pieces of rolling stock on it. But whether it has to be equipped to the train or not, I don't know. Doesn't really clarify on that. So I mean, as long as everything's attached to the locomotive, I mean, it should be okay. Now this is where things are tricky for me because on the main line I should be able to have 5 pieces on this, 5 pieces of rolling stock attached to the locomotive, but I have enough room for 4, so that makes things a little more interesting for me. We'll put these back in here. Okay, so that is now number 3 and number 4 in order. Go back and grab 1 and 2. But first, I'm going to go park these 3 pieces. No, I didn't want you connected. Off you go. So that's now 1, 2, 3, 4. All I gotta do now is go up and grab number 5 and pull it off the main line, and the puzzle is done. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The train is now complete and it's out onto the main line. Actually, I might be able to squeeze it in. Yes, just barely. There we go. That's that puzzle completed. So quite simple, quite easy, but it can also be harder with more rolling stock, right? And making enough length. But another thing I could do to help shake this up is to take, let's say, have 3 here, 3 here, and 2 here, or 2 there and 3 here. You know, then when you go to draw the numbers, it's like, okay, this one's here, this one's there, that one's there. Because by having the first 5 here, you pretty much already have it kind of set up to go. But yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Give me a sec. So I've reset everything. I've got 3 here, 2 here, and 3 here, and I'm going to reverse the number this time. So number 5 will be in front of the train. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change things up a little bit. And if I'm not looking, And there we go. Another puzzle completed. So, let me know what you guys think about this puzzle in the comments below. I kind of wonder if I were to get more easy track, which I kind of want to at some point, but it's not a big priority, and extend it just be a little more that way, a little more this way, and have like, I guess the rule of thumb is, you know, whatever the main line's going to be, you do whatever on the sideline. So if it's 3, 3, and 5, or sorry, no more than 3, no more than 3 than 5. So I guess you just one up here and then one up there every time, I guess, right? So it'd be 6, 4, 4, and then 7, 6, 6. Or no, yeah, 6, 4, 4, and then 7, 5, 5, and then 8, 6, 6. That kind of number, I guess, for it. But anyway, thanks for watching, and take care, everybody, and keep safe out there.